Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Cody the Coin Raptor, and for today's video, I want to talk about some important Bitcoin metrics and the long-term chart TA for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Binance Coin. But before we get to that, be sure to smash that subscribe button to see my latest content and follow me on Twitter for the most up-to-date information. All right, so first off, I want to go ahead and look at Bitcoin's long-term chart. This is the weekly that we have right now. And previously, I've outlined this downtrend that Bitcoin has been following, and this has been ever since the November of 2021 bull market highs. And what we see here is we see a pretty strong breakout with Bitcoin from this long-term downtrend. And this kind of started here the first week of January, right? We had a huge 22% rally. And then the next week we had an 8% rally. And then this week we've had about a 2.5% rally. So what we've seen so far is this is a confirmed breakout of Bitcoin's long-term downtrend. And if you're bullish, this is exactly what you want to see. You want to see these big green candles pop in here. You want to see some strong volume come in and push it higher. Now, as I've said before, the important area of resistance that it has to get through, I'm going to go ahead and put that resistance box in here right now. That is going to be this area right here in blue. This is going all the way from about 22,800 all the way up here to about 25,400. This is the important resistance block that it needs to overcome in order, I think, to basically go and classify this as the end of the bear market, or at least the bottom confirmed of the bear market, because we have a breakout here of this long-term downtrend, and this downtrend has been intact, like I said, since November of 2021. And now that we're seeing this is a bullish sign to see this big breakout occur the way it has, instead of having like what happened here, where you had kind of just a little bit of a breakout and then it faked out, or over here in March, where it tried to break out and then immediately gave that all back. We see a very strong breakout, and right now it's testing this major resistance level right here. Now, another major resistance level is also going to be coming in here at the 200-week moving average. And I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this box so you can see that a little bit better. So this 200-week moving average right now is at about 24,700. This is the level that everyone was paying attention to on the way down. It acted as a very strong support and then very strong resistance. And right now, what we need to see is a strong push above this level as well. If we go back and we take a look at Bitcoin's previous history, we can see here that it rarely trades under this 200-week moving average here in March of 2020. And even at the depths of the bear market in 2018, it didn't really go under it for very long. This is a historical level, and it's one level that traders and investors are going to be looking at, probably the most important level of resistance and support for Bitcoin. Now, famously, this is also the level that Michael Saylor has said buying under is a good time to accumulate Bitcoin as well. So definitely pay attention to this point. As soon as it crosses over this point, if it pushes above that, I'm going to make a video. I'll put out a post on Twitter. I'll do all that, and I will draw that immediately to your attention. All right, so we're also going to talk about the realized price for Bitcoin. So the realized price, you can think of this like an average cost basis for the market. The realized price right now is sitting at about, call it about 20,000 or so. It's like 19,800. And Bitcoin has pushed very strongly above this level. And previously what we've seen is that when it does that, when it pushes strongly above that level, you kind of already have an idea that the bear market low is in. Like here in 2019, the 2019 bear market, and then also over here with the 2015 bear market. But what you do need to see is you need to see a strong break above that level. Sometimes it does go up here and then immediately retreat back down again. That is also a possibility. But if we get a strong break above this level and it continues upwards past those areas I just showed you, that would definitely signal to me that the bear market lows are in. And next, I also want to go ahead and take a look at some of the demand for Bitcoin. So what we have here is unique addresses used right now. This is the total number of unique addresses on the Bitcoin blockchain. And what we've seen here is we've seen a sharp rise in the number of unique addresses You have to ignore this chart. It always does this. But there's a strong rise in the number of addresses here. And so what that's saying to me is that you're starting to see some more demand pick up for Bitcoin. There are new addresses being created. They are unique addresses. They're not just copies of another address. And you're actually starting to see some demand come in for Bitcoin. And another way I like to measure demand is also with miner statistics, starting here with the miners revenue. Miners revenue has recovered almost completely, and now it's back to the July levels. So miners are not under as much stress as they've been in the past. And then also we go ahead and take a look at the hash rate. Hash rate I've always kind of used as a good substitution for demand. So as demand increases for Bitcoin, hash rate will also increase for Bitcoin because you have miners who are interested in mining more Bitcoin and taking a bigger slice of that Bitcoin pie and profiting from increased prices. So what we're seeing here right now is an increase in demand for miners. We have the hash rate, which is the total number of miners on the Bitcoin blockchain, and we've seen that go to a new all-time high very recently at about with the peak being at about 19th of January. So those are all very positive, I think, very bullish metrics right now for Bitcoin. And then I also want to talk about the Bitcoin short-term holder SOPR. So the way you can think of this is like the short-term Bitcoin holders, whether or not they're in profit or in loss. This is available on CryptoQuant. So what this is showing right now is that big short-term Bitcoin holders, which they're defining as Bitcoin holders that have held Bitcoin for at least 155 days, are at a higher level of profit right now than they have been since about the November bull market. So they're at a higher level of profit right now than any other time in the past year. So we're seeing with that huge increase to the Bitcoin price, in which it went from about 16,000 all the way up to 23,000. Anybody who bought Bitcoin basically during that period is in profit right now. And that's something that's very unique and something that they only see during the bull markets. Now, if you take a look at the long-term holder SOPR, so long-term holder is greater than 155 days and short-term holder is less than 155 days. So the long-term holder, however, are currently in loss still. They're under this one level, and this one level here that I'm outlining is kind of the profit and loss indicator, but they're currently still in loss. All right. So what you're seeing right now is that the long-term holders, people who've held greater for 155 days, are still in loss. And traditionally speaking, you start to see that pick up dramatically during the start of bull markets when long-term holders are in profit. When the price jumps up dramatically, that's when you start to see the start of a bull market. So it's not quite there for long-term holders. Short-term holders are in profit dramatically, and long-term holders are still in loss, but they are still much better off than they have been in the past. Because we've seen that at the bottom here, you can take a look at maybe like November 17th, in which it was much lower here, way below. It's almost 0.36. And like I said, 1 is like the differentiating line between going above 1, you're in profit; going below 1, you're currently in loss. So it hasn't been as bad as it has been in the past. So next, I want to go ahead and talk about the Ethereum long-term charts as well. So Ethereum long-term charts, what we're having here is we're seeing another breakout very similar to Bitcoin. And things that are, Ethereum is a little bit different here because you have a strong breakout, right? But it's already gone past its 200-week moving average. So that's not going to be strong resistance for Ethereum, but it's going to be strong strength for support if it ever comes back down again. The 200-week moving average for Ethereum is about 1,389. So if it comes back down again, we can expect that level is going to provide a strong level of support in the future. So that's something to watch out for. Now, Ethereum had been on this long-term downtrend here since November, just like with Bitcoin. It popped out very strongly, just like with Bitcoin. And right now, that is giving a strong bullish signal. Now, as for Binance Coin is a little bit different. Binance Coin has not experienced as strongly of a breakout right now. It's kind of middling. In fact, I would say that it's not confirmed. It just printed a very small candle above this long-term downtrend. And so what we're seeing right now is we want to go ahead and see a confirmation of this breakout, another big green candle printing up here and then pushing out above this level here at about $400. That's what you want to see if you're bullish on Binance Coin. But we also have Binance Coin very easily clearing its 200-week moving average, which is at about $200 right now. And if Binance Coin ever came back down again, it would definitely find support there as well. However, there's a lot more support levels to go before you hit that point. It's probably here at 242 and another one here at 217. So it's not going to be reaching this 200-week moving average anytime soon. So as a quick summary, what we're seeing right now is a number of bullish metrics that point towards possibly the start of a bull market, or at the very least the confirmation of the bear market low. And I think that that's an important point to start with here. But I am still being very cautious when it comes to Bitcoin and Ethereum and Binance Coin. I want to see continued support throughout the year. I don't want to see this just pop off and then just come back down again immediately as sellers step in. So, but what I've seen so far is bullish. And just like I said before, I am still waiting for a pullback, and there is going to be a pullback because markets don't just go up. They don't just go down in a straight line. You tend to have a strong pullback even on the way up. We take a look at the 2020 bear market, 2020 bull market and 2021 bull market. There is still periods where there was a dip or there was a decline or there was a little bit of a pullback, and that's kind of what I'm expecting for this, because right now the buying momentum has been incredibly strong, but we are expecting that sellers are going to step in and bulls are going to have to take a break, okay? And when that happens, that's when I'm interested in adding. All right? So if you guys like this content, let me know. Like, subscribe, and go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know what metrics you guys are looking for. If there are any specific areas of support and resistance that you're paying attention to, I'm definitely curious about hearing about that. Follow me on Twitter for the most up-to-date information. That's usually where I wind up posting the most often. And that's all I've got for you guys today. Have a fantastic day.